From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Wide receiver.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Murray hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Complete to Trent Taylor. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Arizona.
First down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Number 24, Nick Chubb.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Greg Olsen.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. And remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now. On the year, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Past the 20. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 15. It's a gain of 34.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Cardinals 14, Seahawks 3.
Murray now on first down. It's Williams on the catch.
Murray's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run them on short gains, your risk-reward, and you're taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
By Bobby Wagner. 2 yards on the play. First down, Arizona.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jabal Sheard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. Murray down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
On for the field goal.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Sean Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute buck.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Murray now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
Down at the 23-yard line.
So we have come to half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Cardinals 17.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A gain of a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Dancing to his left. He'll run it.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
8-yard pickup.
First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Throwing on first down, Murray. And he hits Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's...
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Jackson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st and 10, Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line. That's the
working with 2nd and 5 now.
Score Cardinals 17. Seahawks 10.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st down, Murray. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
3rd and
from the gun, Murray. Trying to improvise. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Cardinals 20. Seahawks.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Hyde out of the gun. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Murray again. This is Drake. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Flush to his right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards.
34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're you think Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more? That might be what he does in 2020.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 7.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Right back to Drake. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime.
6-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Now left side on the swing pass. High to first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards of first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Barney, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A give. This is Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Big Chubb on the carry.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks,